can tell you that they love you when they never mean it. True love come from God in the name of Jesus. Turn my back on the king, I committed treason. Thank God he forgives, and I was named a preacher, screaming Jesus.
What's up, YouTube? You're Inside the Edge, and I'm back with another video for you guys. I want to jump right into it. I got you guys with some NBA content. I'm excited to do this video. It seems like there's a lot of NBA rookies that's showcasing their talents in this Vegas Summer League. I'm going to continue to, give you guys some content. Today, I want to talk about a Miami Heat player, Kel'el Ware. I'm sure you guys are aware of him, looking at his dominance of him playing in the Summer League. But it just seems like, this league is evolving, it's changing, and we're seeing so much talent, guys. And I'm excited, guys. I know you basketball fans should be excited. And I just want to jump right into it. And it's funny because with Kel'el Ware, this is my third video on him. I did one of his college highlights, and then I talked about him coming to Chicago, man. I was up on Ware a long time ago, man. I was hoping that Chicago could draft him. And it just seems like that didn't happen. And he's landed himself in Miami, guys. And we got to credit Miami. Their scouting report, you got to give those guys a raise. Pat Riley got to give those guys some money, man, some cheddar. Because, Miami Heat, that organization, they're a very good organization. And I think, Ware coming into this situation where he's playing alongside Bam Adebayo, I think this is going to be I think this is the best suited team for him, and I know he's going to thrive in Miami. And for you Miami Heat fans, drop a comment down below. I want to hear about your thoughts on Ware and how do you guys see him fitting a part of this Miami Heat team. But with that being said, guys, the Heat, they're looking to improve after a 46-36 record, which put them at the 8th seed, where they were eliminated in the first round versus the Boston Celtics. And it looks like their focus now has to be to develop center Kel'el Ware, and that has to be their focal point. Where he stands at 7 foot tall, he brings size to Miami. That's something they desperately needed, looking at last year. And I think it would make sense for Ware to play the center position and put Bam Adebayo back at the power forward spot. I think, Bam Adebayo playing at the power forward spot, I think that will be a good combination with both of them being defenders and guys that can get their own shot in the post. I think this is going to be the catalyst to Miami making a huge run next year in the playoffs. When you look at the previous years, back in 2020, 2022, I believe, when they went to the finals against Denver, those Miami Heat teams was built off of defense. As incredible as Jimmy Butler has been in those playoff runs, the defense, Miami's defense is what brought them to the NBA Finals. And I think this can be, with this Ware draft pick, I think he can get them to competing in the playoffs once again. So, again, guys, looking at Ware, he has unbelievable skill talent. He has the ability to shoot threes. When you look at what he did in college, Ware shot 42.5% from beyond the arc, alongside averaging 15.9 points, 9.9 rebounds, and 1.9 blocks per game, while shooting 58.6% from the field. So, this guy, he's consistent when it comes to scoring in the post. I think what I love about his game in the post is he has just such a smooth jump shot. He has such a good fadeaway jumper. He has a nice hook shot. That's a textbook hook shot that looks like it's going to be a consistent part of his offensive game where he can rely on, which is great. He plays above the rim. He's a guy that can, pretty much get put back dunks. He can clean the boards. He can crash the boards with rebounding. He has a really good fluid jump shot. And I really want to see how many threes will he attempt in his rookie year. Or will the Miami Heat, will Eric Spoelstra put him in a situation where he's just going to play in the post? But either way, guys, he can stretch out the floor. Obviously, playing both ends of the floor is going to give him instant minutes. I see him being an instant starter. And one thing about him is his physicality, guys. He plays with a lot of physicality. I like how, what he does in the pick and roll. It seems like he's been mastering that, the pick and roll throughout college. He's a really good screen setter. And that's why I think he's going to open a lot of space for this Miami Heat team. When you look at Tyler Hero, Duncan, Robinson, he can really, Ware can spread the floor where these guys can get wide open shots. And when it comes to Bam Adebayo, like I said, I would love to see Bam Adebayo play more power forward because I know he can expand his game a lot more. When you look at, Bam, he hasn't really been a three-point shooter throughout his career, but when looking at last year, he did go 5 for 42 from three-point range, which is 35.7%. But at least at least Bam has a decimal, guys. Throughout his career, he hasn't been the best, 3-point shooter. He hasn't even really attempted a lot of 3-pointers. But I think coming into this season, with Ware being more at the center position, I think Bam Adebayo can play a little, free basketball. It can kind of, play more on the outside. We can see a lot more jumpers from him, and we can see him expand his game, guys. Bam Adebayo, I still think he has a lot of development left in his game. I don't think he's reached his full potential, and I think him being a liable 3-point shooter, I think can also, help this Miami Heat's team be a better all-around team with Bam playing more at the power forward position, in my opinion. But with Ware, guys, I like this move, with the Miami Heat drafting him. He's honestly my favorite rookie to look at right now. I think that's who I'm going to be paying attention to all year long. And I do think that if Miami does make the playoffs this year, I think Ware is going to be the reason why, they get far as they get, because I think he's going to contribute right away. He's going to be an impactful player. And we are already seeing good things from what we've seen in his summer league game where he dropped 26 points. You're looking at the double-double. And again, I think this kid is a freak of nature. And I just think him coming to Miami was the best situation. When you look at Pat Riley, they're all about conditioning, making sure that their bigs are healthy, they're mobile. And I think, Ware's career is going to take off playing in Miami. And Pat Riley, he's a guy where he's all about conditioning, and that's always important when it comes to being a pro athlete. And I think he's just in the right position to, pretty much go off, guys. And I don't want to make this video too long, but for you Miami Heat fans, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. This is probably not going to be my last video talking about Kel'el Ware. I'm sure I'm going to be talking about him a lot more, but I definitely think that, for you Miami Heat fans, you guys should be ecstatic from what you guys are seeing. And I think he's going to make a push for Miami to definitely make the postseason this year, because Miami's been, last year you can, talk about the injuries, but Miami, they're a good organization, and they should definitely be a top-seeded team next year. And I know that's what Eric Spoelstra is thriving for. So with that being said, I hope everyone's having a good day. Drop a comment down below. How do you guys feel about Ware? What do you like the most about his game? Because, again, he's definitely my favorite rookie this year so far, and I think he's going to have a good rookie campaign. So with that being said, hope everyone's having a good day. I'll see you guys on my next video. Peace.
Could tell you that they love you when they never mean it. True love come from God in the name of Jesus. Turn my back on the king, I committed treason. Thank God he forgives, now his name I'm preaching, screaming Jesus.